Hello, and welcome to watch the first out of 12 videos on pedagogy and AI. These videos are provided by Salto Digital, and we will start with introduction to generative AI. So AI has huge potential. uh, it's user friendly, it's very often low cost, it helps with innovation, with creativity, it can make you more efficient, it gives several business possibilities as well, and it has potential to solve the global challenges. But it also has remarkable risks. It's unreliable, it has bias, it's kind of black box that you don't really know what is inside there and how does it work. The impact to the labor market is still a question mark, and it's also have this negative impact on environment. Generative AI refers to the use of AI to create new content. That can be text, translation, creating different kind of images, text, music, audio, and more. And you do that by giving the prompt. You can write it down, you can dictate it, you can talk to many AI tools, or you can give AI, for example, images, videos, or code and ask them to work with that. So it creates new content rather than just simply analyzing the existing data. We have 12 videos on AI and pedagogy. I suggest you start with the first three to get a kind of general overview of what is generative AI and the responsible use and creating prompts. And after that, we will continue with ChatGPT and Copilot. I suppose most of you have either of them in your use from your employee. So that makes them safer to use. And then from 6 to 12 video, we will focus on different kind of themes, and that's where I will introduce you more tools as well. But also from those tools, you will get ideas what you can do with ChatGPT and Copilot. So the aim of these videos is to strengthen the awareness, capacity, and understanding of beneficiaries and potential applicants of the Erasmus Plus and European Solidarity Corps programs regarding artificial intelligence, AI. My name is Matleena Laakso. I am an e-learning and AI in education expert from Finland. And from my English blog page, you can find the slides and some more videos and some tips on digital pedagogy as well as AI. So, what is AI? It's about data processing and computer science. AI has human like capabilities such as reasoning, learning, or creativity. It can be said that the AI we have today is weak or narrow AI, but that is quite a contradictory term and it's not universally accepted. Some argue that it's a quite moving target. I use the word to emphasize that AI is very skillful, but it's not as multi-talented as we humans. And AI doesn't have a consciousness or it doesn't have any aims. So humans are still the ones making all the decisions. Um, it's also important to remember and understand that there is not just one AI, but there are several tools and several technologies using AI. Machine learning means that AI performs tasks without explicit instructions. Um, AI is able to adapt its behavior in certain degree. And these large language models are actually nowadays multimodal models. So it's not just using language when speaking or listening or writing text, but also it uses images and podcasts and creates infographics and so on. Most of the generative AI we have today are using both machine learning technologies and these language models. Here you can see different kind of features that shape the functionalities of AI tools. that use large language models. They use probabilities, not words. AI doesn't understand what it is talking about. It doesn't understand the text it is writing. It is just trying to use the language the same way as we humans do, but its processes more the probabilities. Then the prompts and the training data affect the outcome. Uh, Most of the AI tool have used all the public data you can find from the internet as a training data. So as you know, there are mistakes, there is propaganda, there is old information, all that affects the outcome. And it's also good to understand that something like 90% or more of the data comes from Europe and North Africa. It is estimated that less than 4% comes from the Africa. And also the dominance of English language in the training data is quite huge. It is estimated that more than 90% of the internet content is in English language. As I mentioned before, we have this narrow AI, and it means that AI doesn't have any ethics or it doesn't make choices, but it's the developers who can do it. The companies who are building AI tools, they have their own ethics and morals and the law, and they can decide which are the answers they will answer. And when they say that we cannot answer, or maybe they tell something that is more like propaganda. The answers vary randomly. So if you and your colleague ask the same question, you will probably have a slightly different answer. And when using AI, the big difference compared to search engines is that you can ask for something, but then you can continue with discussion and you can refine the prompts and then get better results. There are also some ready-made answers to some questions. AI tools usually want to work a little bit like encyclopedia or Wikipedia. If you're asking um, some fundamental question, what is the meaning of the life? It doesn't give you an answer according, for example, one religion, but it gives an overview how people can think about these questions. It hallucinates, especially when it doesn't know how to answer you. It may also refuse to respond, or it may give you an extra advice if you ask something about your health, that it's maybe better to check out for the doctor or the nurse for correct information. So all of this means that you should always verify AI generated outcomes. You can never trust that it's true if the large language models have been used. This comic strip illustrates why we humans have to be in charge. I think this is quite a good example. What does it mean to build bridges between cultures? Is it a real bridge, or is it more like words that we use when we want to connect with some other people? That's why we need humans in the loop. I ask AI to create realistic photos of women of different ages. And as you can see from these images, they are almost all between 20 to 30 years old. They are almost all white. Only one of them has this probably a Muslim scarf. Um, they look very Western white women. Um, there is couple of older women, but none of them is using wheelchair or rollator. So this is very polished image of white women that AI offers. When AI is quite problematical, since the racial and gender biases are bigger in AI than in real life. There you can see that 4 out of 10 US medical doctors are women, but when you are creating images of medical doctors, only 7% of them in this case were women. And when we are creating images with AI, we are sharing them to internet, And then these AI tools are using images from internet as a training data. So it means that we get all the time more and more men in those images. So it's in that way reinforcing the data biases. The question is, what can we do? Of course, we can offer better data. We can have regulations about data and algorithms. But what do you think? Should every second image be female and every second man, or should it be according what is the goal in that context? Should it be the same as in reality? And even though we would get a good answer to this question, there's also a big minority that doesn't identify themselves to males and females. So there are no easy answers. Once images of Barbie dolls from different countries were created, and this is a Barbie doll of southern Sudan, and as you see, there's a machine gun she is having. So sometimes the stereotypes that these AI tools are offering are not very nice and proper for this context. So this was our first video, and next you can continue to watch the video about responsible use of AI. And I also ask you to remember that AI and also the AI tools are developing rapidly. So check out up for updates and follow also the development, what is happening in AI. It's also quite interesting. Okay, see you. Bye bye.